Ladies and gentlemen, there is a battle being fought inside each of us, a silent war that takes place every single day. It is not a battle between you and others, nor is it a fight against the world around you. This battle is far more personal, far more significant. It's the struggle between who you are and who you can become, between your current self and the potential that lies within you. It is the fight of you. Every day we are faced with choices, decisions that either push us toward growth or hold us back in the comfort of familiarity. Often we believe that the external forces around us determine our fate. We think that if only the world would change, if only our circumstances were different, then we could achieve greatness. But the truth is, the greatest obstacles we face are not out there in the world, they are within ourselves. It's our own doubts, our own fears, and our own insecurities that stand in the way of our potential. At every crossroad in life, there's a voice within us that speaks up. Sometimes it's a whisper telling us to stay safe, to not risk failure, to not step outside our comfort zone. This voice often convinces us that we're not enough, that we don't have what it takes to succeed, and that we should simply accept things as they are. It's the voice of self-doubt, and it is the one that holds us back more than anything else. This voice is our greatest adversary, and its power lies in its ability to make us believe that we are incapable, that we are less than what we can truly be. But here lies the key to the battle, the realization that this voice is not who you are. It is simply a reflection of your fiction, of your fears and uncertainties. The real you, the one with boundless potential and infinite possibilities, is the part that dares to dream, the part that believes in growth, and the part that refuses to let the obstacles within hold you back. It is this part of you that will push through the fear, face the unknown, and make the choices that will lead to transformation. There is a truth that many of us forget. The only real limitations we face are the ones we place on ourselves. We often look outward for answers, waiting for something external to change before we take action. But the truth is that we already have the power we need within us. The battle you face is not a fight against the world, it's a fight to break free from the limitations of your own mind. The key to victory is realizing that the only thing standing in your way is the belief that you can't overcome the obstacles that lie ahead. Each time you encounter a challenge, you are given an opportunity to confront your own fears. It's not the challenge itself that determines your success, it's how you respond to it. The moment you decide to act in spite of fear, in spite of uncertainty, you've already won the first battle. The moment you take a step forward, no matter how small, despite the voice inside telling you to stop, you begin to rewrite the story of your life. You are no longer being held back by the invisible chains of self-doubt. Instead, you are stepping into a realm of possibility. We must understand that every obstacle we face, whether big or small, is simply a reflection of the inner battle we are fighting. The challenges that seem insurmountable are often mirrors of the internal resistance we experience. When we choose to push through the difficulties, when we choose to take the next step despite the voice telling us to retreat, we show ourselves just how powerful we truly are. The battle is never really about the circumstances around us, it's about overcoming the internal resistance that keeps us from moving forward. The power to overcome lies in your hands. It is in the way you choose to react to life's challenges, to the way you choose to silence the voice of doubt and replace it with a voice of courage and conviction. Every day presents an opportunity to fight that inner battle. Every choice, every action is a step toward victory. The more you embrace the discomfort, the more you challenge your fears, the more you learn to trust in your own strength and resilience. The battle of you is one that will continue throughout your life. There will always be moments when self-doubt creeps in, when fear tries to hold you back, when the path ahead seems unclear. But it is in those moments that you have the power to rise. It is in those moments that you can choose to trust in yourself, to take action, to move forward with courage and determination. You are the only one who can decide how this battle ends, and the victory doesn't come from defeating the world or changing the external circumstances. The victory comes from within, from conquering the limitations you've placed on yourself and stepping boldly into the person you were always meant to become. The only battle that can truly stop you is the one you choose to lose. And as long as you choose to keep fighting, no matter how tough the fight gets, you will always be moving closer to your true potential. Courage is often misunderstood. We tend to think of it as something that only the fearless possess, as if it's a trait that some people have in abundance, while others are simply lacking. But the truth is, courage is not the absence of fear, it is the willingness to act in spite of it. Every time you move forward in the face of fear, you're demonstrating courage. It's not about waiting for fear to vanish before you take a step forward. Courage is the act of moving, of doing, of stepping into the unknown, even when you feel fear creeping in. In life, we are constantly confronted with moments that make us question our abilities. We face challenges, obstacles, and situations that seem bigger than us, and in those moments, fear is a natural reaction. Fear tells us that we might fail, that we might not be good enough, that we might not succeed. But what we fail to realize is that fear is not something to be avoided. Fear is something to be embraced, because it's through fear that we find our true strength. I think about a time when you were faced with something that frightened you, something that made your heart race, your hands shake, your mind swirl with doubt. In that moment, you had two choices: to retreat into comfort, to avoid the discomfort and uncertainty, or to push through, to take that first step forward despite the fear. It's in those moments, when fear is at its peak, that courage is born. It's when you choose to keep moving forward, even when every part of you wants to turn back, that you show yourself what you're truly made of. Courage is not about being fearless. It's about acknowledging that fear is there, but choosing not to let it control you. It's the realization that fear is a part of the journey, not a reason to stop. Fear can paralyze us, hold us back from reaching for our dreams, and keep us stuck in the safety of the familiar. But courage is what breaks us free from that paralysis. Courage is what moves us toward growth, toward new experiences, toward the life we are meant to live. It is the quiet voice inside you that says, keep going even when it feels hard. Keep going even when the outcome is uncertain. Every successful person, every person who has achieved greatness, has experienced fear. They have all faced moments when doubt crept in, when they felt like turning back, when they wondered if they were good enough. But the difference between those who succeed and those who give up is that they didn't let fear stop them. They acted in spite of it. They chose to move forward, step by step, and it was in that forward motion that they found the courage to conquer their fears. The fear never goes away, but it becomes something they can navigate, something they can learn to work with instead of letting it control them. When you face your fears, you realize that they are often not as terrifying as you imagine. The unknown is always intimidating, but once you step into it, you begin to see that the things you feared were just illusions, shadows that grew bigger in your mind the longer you avoided them. It's through action that the fear loses its grip. By taking that first step, by making that decision to move forward even when you don't feel ready, you start to gain momentum. With every step, the fear begins to shrink and your confidence grows. You realize that the fear was never the barrier, it was your resistance to it that kept you stuck. But courage is not just about facing big, life-changing challenges. It's also about showing up every day, choosing to take the next step even when it feels hard. It's about embracing the discomfort of growth and the uncertainty of change. Every time you face an obstacle, no matter how small, you have an opportunity to practice courage. Every time you push through a tough situation, you are strengthening your ability to keep moving forward, no matter what. And in doing so, you begin to see that courage isn't something reserved for special moments. It's something you can cultivate every day, in every action, in every choice. The path to growth and success is paved with countless moments of fear, but it is also paved with countless moments of courage, moments when you choose to push through, to try again, to take that first step even when you're not sure where it will lead. It's in these moments that you find your true power. The more you act in spite of fear, the more you realize that you have the strength to face anything life throws your way. Courage is not a destination, it's a practice. It's a muscle that grows stronger the more you use it. So the next time fear tries to hold you back, remember that you don't need to wait for it to disappear. You just need to choose to move forward, step by step, and trust that each step will take you closer to the person you are meant to be. Every action you take in the face of fear is a victory, and every victory builds the foundation for greater courage and strength in the future. Resilience is not just about bouncing back from adversity, it's about using that adversity as a stepping stone to become stronger, wiser, and more determined. Life will inevitably throw challenges at you times when things don't go as planned, when obstacles seem insurmountable, or when you feel like giving up. But resilience is what allows you to rise after every fall, to rebuild after every setback, and to find strength in places you never knew existed. It's in these difficult moments that resilience is forged. It's not about avoiding hardship, it's about embracing it, learning from it, and finding the courage to move forward despite it. Every challenge you face presents an opportunity to grow. It's easy to think of setbacks as failures, but in reality they are the most valuable lessons you'll ever learn. When things don't go your way, you are forced to adapt, to find new solutions, to dig deep and discover strength you may not have known was there. Resilience is about seeing obstacles not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to innovate, to learn, and to grow. When life knocks you down, it's your ability to get back up and keep moving that determines your success. Imagine a time when you faced a difficult situation. Perhaps it was a personal loss, a professional setback, or a moment when everything seemed to fall apart. In those moments, it can feel like the world is against you, like you'll never be able to overcome the pain or the challenge. But resilience is what allows you to rise from the ashes. It's the quiet strength inside you that refuses to accept defeat. Instead of letting the difficulty define you, resilience empowers you to redefine yourself. It encourages you to look at the challenge not as something that will break you, but as something that will make you stronger, smarter, and more capable. Resilience doesn't mean you won't experience pain or frustration. It doesn't mean that you won't feel like giving up at times. But it does mean that, no matter how hard things get, you will keep going. Resilience is the voice inside you that says, yes, this is difficult, but I will find a way to move forward. It's that determination to keep going, to keep trying, to keep pushing forward even when the road ahead seems uncertain. It's the willingness to embrace the struggle, knowing that each step you take, no matter how small, is progress. When you face challenges, it's easy to feel isolated, as if you're the only one going through the tough times. But the truth is that everyone at some point will experience hardship. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not in the absence of difficulties, but in how they respond to them. Resilience is a choice. It's a choice to rise after each fall, to learn from your mistakes, and to keep moving forward with determination. It's the ability to turn adversity into opportunity, to transform the pain of failure into the fuel that drives you toward success. True resilience is born from a mindset of growth. When you view challenges as opportunities to learn rather than as obstacles to avoid, you begin to see your own potential. Each setback becomes a chance to improve, to discover what works and what doesn't, and to refine your approach. Resilience is not about avoiding failure. It's about using failure as a stepping stone to success. Every time you fall and rise again, you become more confident in your ability to navigate whatever comes your way. You begin to trust in yourself and in your ability to adapt, to persevere, and to emerge stronger than before. The road to success is rarely smooth. There will always be bumps along the way, moments of doubt, and times when it feels like you're moving backward instead of forward. But resilience is what allows you to see these moments not as permanent setbacks, but as temporary challenges. It's the ability to step back, reassess, and continue moving forward with renewed focus and determination. Resilience is the unwavering belief that no matter how tough things get, you have what it takes to keep going and eventually emerge victorious. As you face life's difficulties, remember that resilience is not about being perfect or never making mistakes. It's about having the strength to pick yourself up after every fall, the courage to keep going even when it feels like you're running on empty, and the perseverance to push through when the odds seem stacked against you. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to build resilience, to cultivate the inner strength that will carry you through whatever life throws your way. The more you practice resilience, the stronger you become, and the more prepared you are for whatever challenges lie ahead. The truth is that you hold the power to shape your own future. We often look outward, searching for external validation or waiting for someone or something to unlock the door to success. But the key to your destiny lies within you. The choices you make, the actions you take, and the beliefs you hold are what ultimately determine your path. You are the author of your own story, and no one else can dictate how it unfolds unless you let them. The power to create your life, to define your success, is in your hands. Every day you are presented with countless opportunities to decide who you will be, what you will do, and how you will respond to the challenges that arise. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that circumstances or other people have control over your life. But the reality is that you are always in charge of how you navigate the world. You may not be able to control everything that happens to you, but you have full control over how you react to it. Your responses, your attitude, and your decisions are what truly define the trajectory of your life. You are not at the mercy of fate. You are the one who decides what your future will look like. The choices you make today are shaping your tomorrow. Every action, every thought, every step forward you take brings you closer to the person you want to become. No one else can make those decisions for you. No one else can decide whether or not you will rise when you fall, whether you will keep going when things get tough. You are the one who decides whether you will let setbacks stop you or whether you will use them as fuel to propel yourself forward. The power to succeed, to overcome obstacles, to achieve your dreams is within you. It is in your ability to keep going, to stay committed, and to believe in yourself even when it feels impossible. One of the most powerful realizations you can have is that you are not defined by your past. Your past does not dictate your future unless you allow it to. Too often we let past mistakes, failures, or disappointments hold us back. We let the stories we tell ourselves about what we've done or what we've been through shape our self-worth and limit our potential. But you are not your past. Your past is simply a series of lessons that have brought you to this moment. And from this moment forward, you have the power to decide who you want to become. Every decision you make today is a step away from who you were and a step toward who you are meant to be. When you begin to realize that you hold the power to define your destiny, something incredible happens. You stop waiting for permission. You stop looking for validation from others. You stop letting fear or doubt stop you from taking the next step. You become empowered to take charge of your own journey. You start to see opportunities instead of obstacles, solutions instead of problems. You begin to trust in your ability to make things happen, to create the life you desire. And with that trust comes action. When you believe that you are in control, you begin to take bold steps, make intentional choices, and take ownership of the direction your life is heading. You are the architect of your own life. Every day you have the power to design your future. This means that despite any external challenges or setbacks, you are never truly powerless. You have the ability to adapt, to pivot, to change course if necessary. When something doesn't go according to plan, it's not the end of the road, it's simply an opportunity just to rethink and to keep moving forward. The true power lies in your ability to keep going, to remain flexible, and to keep crafting your story no matter what comes your way. The belief that you are the one who controls your destiny is not just empowering, it's essential to living a life of fulfillment and purpose. When you take responsibility for your actions and your future, you are no longer a passive observer of your life. You become an active participant. And with that participation comes the realization that you are capable of creating anything you set your mind to. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect conditions. It's about recognizing that the moment is always now, and the power to act lies within you. Every step you take toward your goals, no matter how small, is a step toward creating the life you want. You are the one who decides whether you will settle for what is or reach for something greater. You have the ability to change your life in an instant with the choices you make. The key is to believe in your own power, to trust that you have everything you need within you, and to take action toward the life you deserve. You are the one who holds the key to your own destiny. You are the creator of your future, and the possibilities are endless when you choose to believe that you are in control. Often we wait for the perfect moment to take action, as if everything must align perfectly before we can step forward. We think that there is a specific time when all the stars will align, when we'll feel ready, and when we can confidently move toward our dreams. But the reality is that the perfect moment may never come. Waiting for the right time often results in missed opportunities and a life of hesitation. Instead of waiting for the perfect conditions, we must recognize that the perfect moment is now. The moment you decide to act is the moment you begin to transform your life. The truth is, waiting for perfection only keeps you stuck. It's a form of procrastination that hides behind the idea of needing more preparation, more information, or a better situation. But the longer you wait, the longer you deny yourself the chance to grow. Every small step, no matter how imperfect, is a step in the right direction. The journey to success and fulfillment doesn't require perfection, it requires action. Even if you don't feel fully prepared, you are capable of learning along the way. Every effort you make, no matter how small, will bring you closer to your goals. The idea of the perfect moment is a myth, and holding on to that idea only leads to frustration and missed chances. There will always be challenges, uncertainties, and obstacles to face. Life will never be entirely predictable, and trying to wait for a moment when everything feels just right will only prevent you from moving forward. The key to success is not to wait until everything falls into place, but to take action now and adjust as you go. It's about embracing the discomfort of starting without all the answers and trusting that you'll figure it out as you move forward. The perfect moment is not a specific time, it is the moment you decide to start. The moment you choose to take that first step, regardless of the uncertainty, is when you unlock the potential for growth, learning, and success. Every effort you make, no matter how small, is a victory in itself. By choosing to act now, you embrace the power of progress over perfection and set yourself on a path of continuous improvement. Your journey begins with the first step, and that step happens in the present moment, not in some far-off idealized future. Perseverance is the quiet force that drives you forward, even when the road ahead seems unclear. It's the ability to keep going, to maintain focus, and to push forward despite the inevitable obstacles that arise. Life is full of setbacks and challenges, and the path to achieving anything worthwhile is rarely smooth. But it's not the absence of difficulty that determines success, it's its ability to persist in the face of adversity. Every time you face a challenge, every time you encounter a roadblock, you are presented with a choice to give up or to keep going. Perseverance is the choice to keep moving forward no matter how tough things get. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to feel discouraged. It's easy to want to quit, to walk away, and to find an easier path. But true growth happens when you refuse to give up. Perseverance is not about ignoring difficulties, but about acknowledging them and continuing anyway. It's about understanding that the journey to success is a process, one that requires patience, resilience, and the willingness to push through even when progress seems slow. Each small effort, no matter how insignificant it seems at the time, adds up. Success is not built on giant leaps, but on consistent, determined steps taken over time. There will be times when you question whether it's worth it, when you wonder if the struggle is ever going to pay off. But the power of perseverance lies in the ability to trust in the process. Even when you can't see the results right away, every step you take is bringing you closer to your goal. Progress might be slow, but it's still progress. Perseverance is not about waiting for success to come to you. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and trusting that your efforts will eventually bear fruit. Success does not come from avoiding challenges. It comes from facing them head-on. Perseverance is what allows you to learn from failure, to grow stronger with each setback, and to keep moving forward with greater determination. The more you push through difficulty, the more you prove to yourself that you are capable of overcoming anything. It's in those moments of struggle that you find your true strength. The key is to never lose sight of your purpose, even when things feel tough. Perseverance is about staying focused on your goal, even when the path seems unclear, and continuing to move forward with unwavering commitment. Believing in yourself is the most important foundation you can build when it comes to achieving anything meaningful in life. Self-belief is not just a fleeting feeling or a moment of confidence. It is the unwavering trust in your own abilities, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. It's easy to doubt yourself when challenges arise, when things don't go according to plan, or when others don't see your potential. But the truth is that your belief in yourself is the key to unlocking your true power. Without that belief, you are left feeling unsure, hesitant, and stuck. With it, you become unstoppable. Self-belief doesn't mean you will always have all the answers, nor does it mean you will never face setbacks. It means that you trust your ability to navigate whatever comes your way. You may not know exactly how to solve every problem, but you have faith that you will find a way. Believing in yourself is about knowing that, no matter the challenges, you have the strength to overcome them. It's the confidence that you can learn, grow, and adapt along the way. This trust in your own potential is the spark that will drive you through every obstacle and guide you towards success. When you believe in yourself, you are more willing to take risks, to step outside your comfort zone, and to try new things. You understand that growth happens when you embrace the unknown, and that failure is not something to fear, but something to learn from. Self-belief encourages you to keep going, even when things are difficult, or when others may doubt you. It is the inner voice that reminds you that you are capable, that you are worthy, and that you can achieve whatever you set your mind to. This belief does not come from external validation, it comes from within. When you believe in yourself, you stop seeking approval from others and start trusting in your own instincts and abilities. As you move forward, self-belief will be your greatest ally. It will carry you through moments of doubt and help you stay focused on your goals. It will push you to take action, even when fear and uncertainty try to hold you back. When you truly believe in yourself, you tap into an inner well of strength that can overcome any challenge. With belief, you will find the courage to step into your full potential and embrace the journey ahead with confidence and determination.